Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second match of the players of the games, not players, of the games of Outfit Wars 2022 on Miller server. Tonight we will have a rematch between two very, significant outfits that are top contenders, Ruin versus DIGT. My name is SeniorBrotherRo, and with me today as co-cast is Lunatic. Hey buddy, how you doing?
Hello, Senior. I'm doing great. Well, this is my first time casting, so if I'm making any mistakes, please don't go too harsh on me. Anything else, I'm doing good and I'm excited for the match.
Speaking of the match, so Ruin versus DIGT. We talked about it before the stream. Ruin has won the first engagement between these two teams with a clutch play in the previous conflict. So going by the recent news of DIGT switching their platoon leader and maybe getting a bit of a morale hit after the two losses, do you think that DIGT will have a chance at winning this against Ruin, or will it be Ruin once again prevailing against DIGT over DIGT?
No, I think the T has a good chance if they have a good day. If they don't have a good day, I think this will go to Ruin. But anyway, it's gonna be an exciting match and I'll look forward to how it plays out, especially in the beginning. So if I'd have to take a bet, I would give it to Ruin since they won the first engagement, and I'll stick with that. But I really hope that DIGT put up a good fight and maybe pull out the win in the end.
Yeah, I think as well that Ruin is clearly the favorite here in this engagement due to the previous encounter. As you have said, if DIGT gains momentum and actually can play into their strengths, which they haven't done so in the previous two matches before, then we will see a very exciting match between these two teams. So right now I'm showing you the stream schedule. As we speak, we have BRTD versus 1RPC duking it out. I believe that Archie TV is streaming that one, so you can tune in on that one while we are waiting for the start of Ruin versus DIGT. And then tomorrow we have the other two matches, which will be FRMD, that is our little part, versus FU, our companions on the TR side, more or less. We know each other pretty well. And then we have VCBC versus LPS in the second matchup tomorrow, which will also be very interesting since LPS has a very strong showing throughout the qualifier. So we will see if VCBC can actually put something against them. As for our match, we have 5 minutes to go. So we saw that DIGT pop, as you can see it on the top, is fluctuating between 46 and 48 players. It's a bit weird. Maybe someone crashed once again. I don't know exactly. I hope that they can get their 48 players together. They really need everyone they can get against Ruin. Even one man less will make it harder for them. And so far, for Ruin, we had, like I said, we had a pretty good. They had a pretty good run in the qualifiers. If I can find them right now, let me see. There we go. That's our little website that Morphledor, shout out to him, has made. So you can see the history of the matchups that teams had. As you can see, Russian Union or Ruin went in 3-1 on the playoffs, winning against HRGC, KOTV, winning against DIGT. As I said before, the only time they took a loss was against 1RPC, hands down the absolute favorite on Miller. So far. While DIGT had a really rough qualifying, they won against BHO, they won against BRTD, that are playing right now against 1RPC. They lost against Ruin and they lost against LPS. So maybe the Russian connections are the weak spot for our DIGT boys. We have to see.
Well, that definitely seems like it. Speaking of the one RPC team, that match is already over. We can see it in the outfit war screen.
Oh,
One RPC has 5 points now, so 5 wins for them.
oi oi oi. Yeah, then and that was quite a speed run, I must say. I wonder, we will have to check the VOD for Archie later on. So he will probably jump into this one as well, since we are still in the prep phase, 3 minutes to go.
Yep, might be very likely.
So, for maybe the chat, who do you think will win in this engagement between DIGT and Ruin? Put it into the chat so we can know your predictions.
Senior, what do you expect here? Do you expect a stomp like the one RPC BRTD, or do you expect
No.
like a big fight?
It would be, to be fair, it would be quite a disappointment. Like, Ruin is clearly the favorite here for this one. But a Stomp, I don't think so. Like, the quality in DIGT is a bit too high for this to make it a Stomp, as long as they, like I said, play the map better than the last 2 matches before. Yeah, and what I'm interested in is more about the opener. We saw from Ruin that Ruin used anvils in like 1 minute to go in the prep phase, setting them up on the hills and deploying out of these anvil sky guards to support the airball. So will we see this again against DIGT? Will DIGT tune on that? Like, will they accustom themselves to that? Prepare accordingly, since they had already the matchup against Ruin? What do you think?
Maybe they will take some more hybrid focused sides out this time. I don't know if they can kill the lightnings quicker in that way. On the other hand, I don't know what opener Ruin is expecting of DIGT, so I don't know if they even drop the lightnings on the mountains, but we will see in just 30 seconds.
Huh. Well, I hope that DIGT adjusted to these threats from Ruin. We will see if Ruin is doing a copy paste in their opener here right now in any second, because we are watching. I'm watching the hill that's facing. Oh yeah, by the way, Ruin is starting as Alpha or Red on this scenario, while whoops, I shouldn't show that one, but I think it's fine if I don't point it out. While DIGT is starting as Omega on the blue side. So I see no anvils. So that's one thing. So no Ruin anvils yet. I also don't see any DIGT anvils though.
So we can already say that Ruin probably adjusted their starting strat a little bit. We will see then how the air game turns out in the beginning.
So you think they experimented in the qualifier phase, now find their jam and run with it in the playoffs? That would be
Maybe a little bit.
would be
Yes.
quite amazing. 10 seconds to go. So the chat itself says Ruin clearly as favorite. A few guys voting for Brr, and yeah, a few underdogs are going for DIGT. So chat's with us when it comes to predictions. Ruin wins over DIGT. Let's see if we can watch a surprising turn of events. Let's see what's Ruin has here. Big airball from Ruin. Quite a few galaxies.
For DIGT.
This is not as many mozzies as I thought it would be. Okay, there comes an anvil. Kinda late though. One man is landing next to it.
The anvil's gonna die though.
Yep, Scythe is
Anvil's
taking
dead.
out the anvil before it can be deployed. Paying with his life for it though. I don't know if that was worth it. We are right in the airball.
Second anvil coming in from Ruin. Same spot.
Oh, DIGT has trained the airball game here right now. This is a clear wipe for the Ruin Air. What's going
Definitely.
on?
I'm also seeing 2 proxy red girls on the back for DIGT, so they have a spot to repair it.
Yeah, same goes for Ruin. They are over the tech plan, the two. But this is clearly going in favor of DIGT here in the air.
Yeah,
Here comes
I'm
in the
seeing
Dervish.
more scythes.
That thing has shredded scythes in the first engagement between those two teams. Dogfighting airframe here. But yeah, DIGT is in control of the middle. Sacrificing quite a few scythes here. Ruin is doing the second pull. Anvil coming in for DIGT now as well. But for the point itself. For the middle base.
A few more Mozzies coming from the Ruin Warp Gate, but I think this is it for the airball now.
Ah, the Prowler here. Who is that? Smorton. Sniping scythes from DIGT.
So they had to use 3 anvils on that Prowler to get it there. I think the first 2 got blown up and then the third one made it.
So DIGT is still strong in the air. The Prowler is being supported by the Rep Gals right now. Some suicidal scythes trying to jump the backlines of that setup. Ruin is bunkering down along the galaxy. So how's the map looking? Right now, the tech plant heavily outpopped here by Ruin. They're going ham for this one. They have a lot of pop on this one.
Yeah.
Galaxy, Valkyries and infantry.
They're set up with 2 burst MXs, I think, and a Skyguard as well, so any air coming in will be shredded.
You are right. Burst MX is trying to shoot and Skyguard combo is trying to shoot the galaxies down. Not much damage though yet. I think DIGT learned their lesson, not exposing their galaxies that much. Havoc missiles on one of the Ruin Gals is smoking, it's burning, it's stuck with the other galaxy and it goes down.
That is a huge win for DIGT already.
Second
That
Havoc coming in for the other galaxy. It's smoking but diving for cover. One suicidal ESF going in, not able to destroy it. Yes, it was enough. So both galaxies for Ruin are going down.
That heavily favors the AR game of DIGT now.
Bitter Gorge is going through uncontested for DIGT right now. 8 seconds to go. Middle base heavily defended by DIGT. Set up nicely in the middle. Where's the Ruin pop? Where are they going?
Some of them are regrouping in the Warp Gate, but they just captured the southern base, so...
I think the timing in destroying the Ruin Gals was really nice here from DIGT. If these galaxies are actually being used as transports for stealing the middle base, then right now Ruin missed their timing entirely with this.
Yep, they definitely got wiped in the perfect timing. I see some Ruin infantry on the middle base now. They're flipping B and C at the moment. But DIGT is very nicely set up.
Here comes the dive in. Whoa, wait, what?
They actually
Wait,
stole
what?
it?
Oh my god! I completely ignored this because I saw DIGT had it! Ruin actually stole the cap on the middle base!
Same. I just saw B and C flipping and I was kind of confused, but...
Yes!
Well played to Ruin. Definitely.
Oh my god, Ruin not only bamboozled DIGT, they even bamboozled the casters. That must be quite a shock for DIGT. They were set up so nicely on these points.
They didn't have enough infantry down there, I think. They were focusing too much on air and the vehicle game.
DIGT is sitting tightly inside the B point here on Granite.
That powerhouse is gonna be a pain
Ruin,
in the ass to repush.
So now on the map it's a bit of a stalemate. Like Ruin is trying to go for hydroponics, is probably backcapped on both the middle base, Granite Reactor, and the tech plant, while DIGT is making a play for Argent Pass here right now.
Yes. The back cap on the tech plant doesn't look too strong though.
It is ticking though. So that's definitely a back cap from DIGT here on middle and south base, while they're making a play for Argent Pass. Let's see what's going on there. Not much actually. There's a max, so they should have a spawn option here. Yeah, we have a Cloak Bus confirmed on a place I'm not mentioning.
Yep, Pop is in favor of DIGT on that base.
Ruin
Tech
Skirmish
Plant
squad coming
still
in
digging.
downstairs. Facing an VS Max here right now. So far, oh. Okay. Pop is shifting for DIGT. They need reinforcements now. They have 2 minutes on the timer here. Will they risk it to try to bring it through in a 50-50? Still, Granite Valley Reactor and Aztec, RSEC, SATCOM are still in favor of DIGT. While they're making gains here on this point, Ruin has to decide what they want. Do they want to play defensive for now, since they have the 2 middle bases in their favor? Or do they actually risk losing Argent Pass and therefore exposing their home base?
I think they will try and save this base within like the last 30 seconds of the cap.
So DIGT has reinforced even more on Argent Pass. Let's see, Ruin is still heavily on the middle base here right now. Flipping right now the last point with Overpop. And VS got wiped on the point itself. Opening up the possibility for backcap for Ruin on Hydroponics. Knarf going down. There's no backcap though. No one is on Hydroponics for Ruin. They are all sitting on Reactor. They are a bit slow for my taste.
Yep, and DIGT is flipping already. B point is back in their favor.
1 minute on Argent Pass right now. I'm stuck in a bubble. I'm sorry. Oh, there comes in the Ruin Gal drop. Less than a minute, 40 seconds to go. Or not? It's not. It's a deploy Gal? No, he just landed to reinforce.
Yep.
Point is flipping. Anti-vehicle, anti-repnate on the TR Max going down. The DIGT front backline is wiping though. They need a resonate.
They will fall. I'm pretty certain there's another push of Ruin coming in from the spawn room.
Yeah. Okay, Ruin in the nick of time, under 1 minute, resecuring this point. It's ticking down for 3 minutes now. It was really a deployed gal, by the way. Good thinking there. Meanwhile, the tech plant is going through almost uncontested.
Yes, 10 seconds timer. They will not be able to say.
2 Valkyries for Ruin around the points. Can DIGT hold this off here right now?
Yes,
Small
they can.
skirmishes, they can. And for the first time in the game, DIGT is now in the lead when it comes to territory.
Well, 4-5 still that even. So let's see how it plays out.
How is 4 versus 5 even?
Not even, but like
even, but even
most
enough.
Even it can be.
All animals are equal, but some are just more equal than others.
Yes, exactly. Well, we got 1 minute 30 on the middle base, so that will be the next place to fight, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. Ruin is redropping on the tech plant, trying to gain time on the timer. Hey, I got a basic implant pack, thank you very much. Response jacket and athlete. Ah, well. So, off points flipped on the middle base for DIGT. I feel like Ruin is quite slow in pushing around their pop.
Yes, it feels like that. Like DIGT is always on point with their shifting of population, whereas Ruin is kind of slow. Like, it feels like it. They probably are fast as well, but a tick slower than DIGT people.
I think Dogfighting Airframe just sacrificed Sturpish for killing the deploy and for DIGT. Here comes a Ruin squad, a small fire team, trying to go for C point, trying to kill a bus from DIGT. I think the bus driver, it's stealth, so I think he's missing the point where to deploy.
Yes.
So B and C are back in favor of Ruin, 50-50 pop. Resecured is Argent Pass pass for DIGT. Timer's ticking, 1 minute 40. So far, no attention from Ruin yet on that base. And we have kind of 50-50 pop fights on the middle base and the tech plant.
Yes, although Ruin will clearly be able to move their people quicker now since they've regained a bit of air control over the middle. Although DIGT is regrouping the scythes around their warp gate. So Ruin gained back
Okay.
some air control, from what I'm seeing.
Yep. I was wondering just now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You're right. Air control is in favor of Ruin right now. They have pushed all the way over the middle base. The DIGT air squad is spreading thin from south to north, with their 2 Gerals hovering quite passively behind the rocks. Derpish is in the sky again. So what can we see here? 50-50, 40 seconds on Argent Pass. Let's see the conclusion. We are just about to see the wipe and resecure for Ruin once again. I think this is one of the mistakes for DIGT here right now. That when it actually matters in reinforcing and overpopping on one base for less than a minute, that they are missing these timings so far. Argent Pass could have gone through twice now if they have pop shifted enough. Actually, there must be a pop shift somewhere.
They're shifting onto the tech plant.
Oh yeah,
They're
you're
currently
right.
unflipping the points.
Is
They've
that
shown
a
up
good
heavily.
trade
They didn't
though?
want to lose that.
Saving a tech plant with a 3-pointer and a long time. DIGT Air is going in, wiping the Mozzies for Ruin. The Galaxies from Ruin haven't responded to this yet. They are still hovering over the middle base.
Yep. Maybe they... Now they got a time on hydroponics, so we will see if Ruin can actually backcap them.
Okay, yeah, that's not good. One Mozzie trying... Oh, they even have a bus here. This could mean fast reinforcements.
All the VS is already reacting appropriately.
Bus is dead.
Yep.
DIGT died on point though. This will delay the timer by a bit. 2 Ruins inside trying to hold.
I'm not seeing too much VS infantry in the building itself yet. So they will get at least a minute of time here that will still tick back.
Well, not a minute, but like 40 seconds definitely, yeah. Meanwhile, pop is equal over the tech plant. I'm surprised to see so much fight over the tech plant. I haven't talked to Glyn yet, but maybe the tech plant is actually kind of important. Because at least in the qualifiers it wasn't. Oh, crash from someone here. Whoa, a whale coming in to hunt.
You will
Dimko.
see. Argent Pass is in the favor of DIGT again, so they have
once again at the 1 minute 40 timer. Middle base is also in favor of DIGT, while Ruin is trying to bring through the tech plant and gaining territory control right now, or trying to gain it. The DIGT air has been pushed back once again to their warp gate.
Interesting. Ruin this time actually took care of the space a bit earlier.
Yeah,
they have secured it now.
On Argent Pass, yeah. So right now, I'm not sure what DIGT is setting up here right now. Okay, Argent Pass is reflipping once again for DIGT. However, the timing couldn't be any worse, because in 20 seconds the tech plant will go through for Ruin, and if that happens, they have all the pop to fix Argent Pass. So let's hop over there. DIGT Air is shifting over to the north side of the map, keeping this middle base and Argent Pass in control. First skirmish is on the roof here for Ruin against the DIGT point holders.
Yes, there is also a spawn point which I will not name the location of on Argent Pass.
I saw the location that I will not name of. More drops coming in for Ruin, prepping the push inside. This time, DIGT with 2 maxes, getting C4, getting anti-wrapped. This is a good setup for push. They are pushing in. 3 people huddling in one corner is never a good option. There comes the auto shotty. DIGT resonates need to get in now. Ah, they got white by C4, I believe.
Ah, yes. This
That
is
was a
unfortunate
neckbreaker.
for They need another resonate.
Oh!
Yes, they can stabilize.
Sustainability is here. Very nice, DIGT. They actually reinforced this right now. Less than a minute to go once they get the point back in control.
Yes.
Second wave coming in for Rune. Lots of DIGT dying.
Hydroponics. In favor
This is a
of
bit too
Ruin.
passive for DIGT here right now. They have to clear this push coming from the upper entrance. Or at least deter it with nades and C4. They're leaving too much of a window here for Ruin to push actually in. Banshee shooting through the window right now. Ah, this would be a clutch cap for DIGT right now. They're risking it.
To get
Ruin getting
Yes.
inside with maxes, pushing in, wiping DIGT, the back lines of DIGT. Resonate's going out. Can they sustain it? They need another resonate. Nope. Then
No.
one missing resonate. Otherwise, it would, well, who knows. But again, 3 minutes on the clock on this base here. Never ending push. Meanwhile, we have the back cap on hydroponics. So the southern side for for DIGT is actually getting smaller. Like they have not much space to maneuver anymore on the south side with the back cap against them.
Yeah, so far Ruin has 1 minute 40 seconds on the space. They had a stealth bus up until a few seconds ago. It got blown up by DIGT though.
Fire team from DIGT going in on small stairs. Losing a lot of people, but managing to flip the point back. Do
There
Ruin
was
have a
an anvil
spawn though?
dropped in the back, but it got killed by Valkyrie.
Peltervalk from Junebug here. Okay, now they're checking for a bus. Point is flashing? What? Okay. So, we have 1 minute 40 on this timer. We have 2 minutes on this timer. So right now, DIGT needs a play for Granite Reactor before Ruin gets a play for Bitter Gorge. So let's see what's going on. Who has the cap first? I see it already. Granite Reactor has C point for DIGT. And Gorge is clear. That means DIGT in favor in the middle base right now.
That looks good. Argent Pass is still on a timer for 1 minute 45 seconds, but Ruin still has heavy numbers here, so DIGT will not come back to this.
Oh, Ruin have a Thunderer! DIGT didn't check the locations on the B point on the middle base. That will cost them dearly. Ruin can reinforce quite easily on the B point right now, making their way over to C point.
Oh yeah, this is a sneaky Sunday. But I think DIGT must have spotted it. There's a dead
They
body
should.
near
It is their responsibility to check for hostile spawns when they come in here.
True. But they hacked the vehicle terminal. Although it's so close
more
to the
buses are
spawn.
being pulled right now. DIGT is losing points here on the middle base though. 10 seconds for hydroponics to flip back to 0. And then DIGT already has the back cap set up on the tech plant. So while territory control right now is not in favor of DIGT, the timers are so far. They cleared the spawn for Ruin, placing their own bus, gaining control back on B point. But I don't see much momentum from DIGT. Like, yes, they can flip points left and right. But a play like the tech plant for Ruin, where it was so easy to recap it, I don't see that for DIGT currently. Let's see, what's the air looking like?
DIGT is in slightly favorable state, I think, although I do not see the rep galaxies.
Long range engagements. Is DIGT actually losing the cap here on Argent Pass? 5 minutes to go. Valkyrie coming in, 2 seconds. If Ruin is now sitting on Bitter Gorge, they will not be able to flip this one here.
There's one person on the A point. Actually, B point is getting
That
flipped
means
as well.
yes.
They have a back cap.
Oh, that is a good play for Ruin right now. The one connection DIGT had to actually gain momentum in the north is now lost. That was an oversight from DIGT, quite a massive one. Meanwhile, in the middle base, we see skirmishes around the B point. DIGT still having the bus? No, it got cleared.
Die.
Ruin now gaining control of B point. Meanwhile, DIGT is playing Ring Around the Rosies with Ruin. Keeping A under control, flipping, switching between B and C all the time. So this will not conclude very fast. What will conclude though in 30 seconds is the tech plant.
Is it going through? Yes, it is. Small numbers again.
30 seconds to go. DIGT, what is this Valkyrie doing and why is it not stopping? Oh my god, get help.
Nobody knows.
Is that Valkyrie glitching through the building as well for you?
Yes, it is. It's
okay.
Upside down and jittering. Okay.
Has Vanu Science gone too far?
Find out on the next episode of Outfit Wars DIGT vs Ruin. Although this is probably going to be their last match.
So this one, the tech plan once again going through, bringing DIGT in the lead for territory control. Meanwhile, middle base. Oh, here comes in the Ruin air. Scary. DIGT is trying to intercept this one. This looks as if DIGT tries to go, yes, for the back cap. At least that was the plan until Ruin ruined it, pun intended, for them on the B point on the roof itself. Now the DIGT is trying to clear the hostile air. In return, Ruin has the back cap on hydroponics.
The good thing about hydroponics, if you look at the numbers, DIGT has more people here, but they are all in the sky. They're sitting in galaxies and scythes, so Ruin on the point will be uncontested for quite some time. They will again build like 50 to 60 seconds of a timer here.
So we're looking at the map right now. Argent Pass once again flipped for DIGT. They're making quietly their little place there. I'm not sure what's going on Granite Valley. Meanwhile, Ruin is reinforcing the tech plant as we have seen. Granite Valley is actually... not Granite Valley, Granite Reactor is actually fine. So I don't understand why Ruin is not using this connection to go for Bitter Gorge. But anyway, Ruin has reinforced the tech plant. They have the air squad above. The air squad has won the engagement. Trying to focus down the galaxies for DIGT right now.
From how I see it, Ruin will take back the tech plant in just 1 minute 40 seconds. I don't see DIGT getting through here. They're very well set up.
So while this is going, let's check Argent Pass. Third time now, or even fourth time? I think it's the third time. That DIGT is trying to bring this one through.
There's already heavy numbers for Ruin. They will not hold for too long.
Ruin once again bunching up on the upper entrance. Once again, I know you have to be careful about this window, because every Tom, Dick and Harry can throw C4 through it. But giving up the upper space entirely is not a good option for DIGT. It's now the third time that they get completely wiped on their backlines, sitting on the stairs all the time. They need to show variety.
Meanwhile, DIGT has 3 secured hydroponics, so no time on that anymore for, well, in 20 seconds. Middle base has little timer ticking, and tech plants still heavily going in the favor of Ruin.
Thank you for this update. So we see DIGT pilots crashing into ruined galaxies. The DIGT air squad is trying to gain control over the middle base right now. 30 seconds to go. The pop has shifted away from the tech plant, so a sneaky little drop for DIGT could actually delay or potentially save the tech plant right now. But it doesn't look like it. It seems like it's going through once again. DIGT instead making the play for Granite Reactor. Oh, here comes the last second approach, but no, not enough.
Too late. Yep.
So, DIGT right now going all in on the middle base.
1 minute to go. 1 minute 40 now. Ruin unflipping the B point again. Although that will soon be cleared by DIGT, there's a lot of people around. So 1 minute to go.
So what will be Ruin's play here? I guess they will go in with the galaxies once again. 40 seconds to go, less than a minute. Beacons are being deployed on the ice shields up above the thingy. 2 Valkyries flying low. Big push in here from Ruin. Potentially from a bus once again. No? Okay, never mind. But anyway, they are pushing in. Double doors on the B point. Wiping the T defenders. C point already flipping in Ruin's favor.
Yep, only a max on it, going down. B point also flipping, they had about a squad and a half on the roof, so that made it inside as well.
So I was pretty sure that DIGT actually had spawns here. And they got immediately wiped clean by the Ruin drops. That is quite amazing efficiency from Ruin here.
Yeah. Ruin now also has a favorable air game again, so logistics for DIGT is going to get even harder now.
Meanwhile, Bitter Gorge has been flipped in TR's favor, in Ruin's favor. 1 minute already on the cap timer. That means the northern lanes are right now of no use to DIGT. Airball fights are still going on strongly.
Yes, to be honest, this is what I expected. Constant fight for the air for this whole match.
DIGT is reinforcing their efforts on the middle base.
It's not showing on the points yet, they're still holding
They're
A
sitting
somehow.
on the A point. Like one and a half squads sitting here on A point, waiting for reinforcements. DIGT needs logistics though. Valkyrie drop coming in for DIGT.
From what I'm seeing.
Oh, here comes the logistics from Bitter Gorge. Oh, tank mines on the road, sneaky. Not enough to kill the bus though, it's getting repaired.
So let's just see if DIGT will be able to make it in.
There's a bit of a disconnect between the logistics and the DIGT point holders right now on the middle base. The moment the point holders are getting wiped, the buses arrive. But once the buses arrive, they have no chance because they get overrun by the Ruin people.
Yep, it's a difficult task to keep
C
both
point is
active.
still being defended. That's pretty nice actually. Let's see what does DIGT have inside. Ruin making their play here from the balcony, wiping the point holders.
Yeah. Ruin Galaxies managed to group up again, so they have a rep ball again.
Once again, Argent Pass being flipped in DIGT's favor. Middle base has still a time on it. The tech plant, I'm not so sure about that one. They should bring a little squad there to flip at least 1 point. Meanwhile, DIGT is trying to gain a new wave against Ruin here on the middle base.
I'm seeing a lot of DIGT air. Ruin this time defending Arch and Pass quite early. Timer didn't even get to 3 minutes.
Alright. So there's a fight here on the middle base, on the DIGT bus right now. The Mech Rider is doing circles. Okay, he was trying to repair the bus, but the bus is going down. He has too many Russians, angry Russians shooting at it. So still in control of C point on the middle base. Argent Pass has a slight reinforcements.
Senior, do you see the Caswell on Arch and Pass?
No, not yet. Give me a second.
That is a sneaky little Valkyrie.
Oh wow.
Decimating the whole push.
Oh wow.
It was sitting there for the last 45 seconds.
Write that down. Write that down.
Basically.
So, the back cap has been denied for DIGT on Argent Pass. DIGT airball in slight control over the middle base, but right now DIGT is bashing their heads against the wall on all fronts.
Tech plant also unflipped.
Oh,
there has been some infantry on hydroponics.
Airball from DIGT is going in, trying to wipe out the Ruin Air right now. Taking heavy losses for it. No skill, no aim, ESF main. Nice name. Going down though. So right now, I think for the first time after the opener, DIGT has full control over the map when it comes to the air. They're bringing down the Ruined Gals, they're bringing down the ESFs.
They actually do.
What can they make out of it though? Bitter Gorge is flipping against them. There's still this 50-50 fight on Granite Reactor. The tech plant has a Valkyrie, has the B point, but they cannot make any more progress further down.
Argent Pass has a lot of DIGT pop again compared to Ruin.
So this is the moment where DIGT has to make a play here. They cannot lose this window of absolute air dominance on the side. And while they are going for Argent Pass, they are back-capped on Bitter Gorge. This is not helping them.
Definitely not. They should have gone for tech plant or something where they had a secure connection.
And they are slowly running out of time. It's 11 minutes into the match. They are running against 3-point bases. And a very heavily defended Argent Pass. So you, Lunatic, you are being the FC for DIGT now. You are the Gigabrain, the 500 IQ chat. Where's your play on this map right now?
I would like to get my timers to 0 on Bitter Gorge. Then maybe get one infiltrator to Argent Pass. Just run in and out on the point. And then heavily focus on the tech plant and next secure substation. I feel like the tech plant is easier to take than Argent Pass at this time. Has a shorter timer if you have all 3 points, so I would go for the tech plant, which DIGT is doing. They have all 3 points in their favor.
And
just 1 minute 30 to go.
I actually agree with you on it. The actually neck breaker move right now for DIGT against Ruin would be to get the tech plant as quietly as possibly through with as much time as they can. Right now it's not looking like that. And then set up the full back cap on Nexus Secure Station.
Yep.
While keeping a point on Granite Valley and flipping Argent Pass back and forth. You're right. That would be the play, because getting the techie and getting secure substation would mean they are taking 3 bases for 2, because the middle base will be cut off.
That is definitely a good thing for them.
DIGT Air actually has still control of the Ruin half of the map right now. This is the moment for DIGT. They have to make use of this.
Ruin completely repushed the tech plant though. They had a Thunderer inside the tech plant, but it's now been wiped. So I don't see DIGT pulling through the tech plant anymore.
Meanwhile, DIGT is making a play here with like 2 fire teams on the middle base. Have a timer on Argent Pass. Once again, push up here from Ruin, upper entrance, just as before. Max going in, wiping the one defender there on point. His backlines are dead though. It's only a Max right now. Oh, they're all
Got
running
ground
into it.
pounded.
They're all running into it. No.
No.
Oh god,
Coppers.
they should have feared the guns, people. And now the Max has reinforcements. That nade will not help anything. It's just farm for the Max right now.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go. DIGT air above. They need some type of ground pound here right now. Granite
DIGT
reactor.
Galaxy's going down.
Which galaxy?
DIGT's Galaxy's going down at the
Oh
moment.
yeah. Yep. The middle is
It's
being
getting wrecked,
repushed
though.
by Ruin Air.
Yes, definitely. They have repulled their Galaxies. I think that was their bottleneck, that they lost one of the Galaxies and then got repushed. Oh, one of the DIGT gals went for a ram. Killed one of the Ruin Galaxies.
I mean, if someone is sitting on nanites, it's surely the gal pilots from DIGT.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they didn't have to repull that much. The Ruin Galaxy has to retreat once again. For me, this looks as if Ruin is trading air dominance for ground dominance on the bases they have right now.
Yep.
I think they are using more people on the ground than they used in the air, while DIGT has to overcommit in the air and therefore is weaker on the ground on the front lines.
We got DIGT back on the tech plant. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. They're missing 1 point though, and they're making an approach to push it, but it's really well defended from what I'm seeing. First orbital strike by Ruin being used.
Oh, on the tech plant, yeah, coming
Yep.
over. I see ants flying, possibly dying. Whoa, that was a weird spasm. Still 2 points in favor for DIGT in the tech plant, but Ruin has quite the pop here on the ground level.
Yeah, if you look at A point, it's very well defended. DIGT cannot push into this quite easily. If they come from the stairs, maybe, but first they need to get up.
It looks like Ruin has the better infantry setup here on the tech plant. DIGT is slowly retreating, slowly but surely retreating.
Granite had 1 minute. Ah, okay. Ruin is making a push by A point, so middle base not going through as well.
So the question for me now is, does DIGT realize, do their pilots tell their FC, we are clearly in air dominance here. They must have changed, Ruin must have changed something when it comes to air. Here comes in the drops on the B point for Ruin with Valkyries and Galaxies. Infantry push coming in for the 2 points on the middle base.
Also Ruin brought some Maxes, which DIGT didn't do. And I know it's kind of difficult, but they have Sandra in the bag. So they can bring their own Maxes in as well, but they're just not doing it. Maybe because they're nanite staffed, I don't know.
DIGT is getting defeated in detail here on their caps. It's 5.5 minutes to go. I mean, any cap they do right now is actually critical for the game. Like, don't get me wrong, once they actually flip one of the bases, they are in favor of territory in the territory control department. But they need to get that flip. They have to commit sometimes. They have to risk it more. They're trying to clutch it in these 50-50s, and so far it's not paying them. It's not paying off for them.
Tech plant is also getting flipped into Ruin's favor, so they're not making any progress on any of the bases they currently can attack.
Ruin is stalling the game pretty well here against DIGT.
Definitely. Now we've crossed the 5-minute border.
It becomes actually crucial once we go below 4 minutes, because then the only thing Argent Pass is good for is to delay a cap on Bitter Gorge for Ruin. So once we reach the critical mass between 4 minutes, it's all about the middle bases, and then they become real clusterfucks.
Argent Pass has a timer. It's, well, now this base or nothing.
So Ruin here reinforcing. I think they have a bus in the back lines. reinforcing the A point on the mid deck in the tech plant, making their way also on the ground level, not gaining much progress though. Oh, they have a cloak bus here. Don't tell him.
This looks heavily in favor of DIGT from the outside.
This tech plant cap here is clutch right now. Ground pound coming in from the sides. They're trying to delay that. There's even an orbital coming in, committing. DIGT is committing orbitals in order to prevent that rush from Ruin here.
That was
It's
a
going
really
up.
good wipe.
It's wiping a bit of people. C point is flashing just temporarily. 5 seconds. We're below 4 minutes. 3-minute 20 mark. That is the cap for DIGT. 5-4 control now on the territory for DIGT. They are winning right now, everyone. Can they actually do and counter our predictions? Chat has said Ruin, we have said in favor of Ruin, and yet DIGT right now has the territory control.
Okay. Bitter Gorge will not go through anymore, I think.
Not only that,
is still taking a minute.
Nexus Secure Substation has been backcapped. And we are running out of time. The Russians are running out of time. They need to flip Bitter George now or never. And they can't.
Yep. This is it. Actually.
This is the technical checkmate. The technical KO for Ruin. DIGT is winning this matchup against Ruin with territory control 5-4 with a clutch cap of the tech plant within the last 4 minutes of the alert timer.
Yep. And one thing to notice, the only base that flipped in this entire game was the tech plant. Everything else was captured in the beginning and was kept that way.
The tech plant actually was the clutch cap throughout the match. Unbelievable. Well done by DIGT. They actually did it. Chat, you were wrong. We were wrong. DIGT is going to the half finals on Miller Outfit Wars. Ruin is out.
Yep.
There goes the occasional ground pound here on Bitter Gorge.
There's some BS there ground pounding here, trying to up the KD a little bit after the rough first half of the match.
Unbelievable. What a clutch cap on the tech plant. Ruin slapped on that one. They were it was too close for comfort for them. And then their push, that one single-minded Thunderer push from the infantry into the ground levels got absolutely decimated by ground pound, the tank and the orbital strike. Nicely placed from DIGT there with the orbs. And there we have it, our second half finalist. Besides one RPC will be Dignity of War Tactical. As the chat has pointed out, Ruin actually got, like, the point distribution in the game is actually slightly in favor of Ruin. But first comes the territory control, that means the big 5 versus the big 4, and then later for the rankings in the qualifiers it was about the points. Right now that doesn't mean jack shit anymore, because it's all about winning or losing. Ruin is out of the tournament, DIGT is in as a half finalist. GG's, well played.
Good game from both of those teams. I really liked both halves of the match. First half slightly in favor of Ruin, then second half slightly in favor of DIGT, and DIGT coming clutch in the end.
That was a very exciting match to watch. Up to the last 4 minutes. It could have gone either way.
Yep.
So, besides that clutch cap on the tech plant, I think throughout the game, DIGT had the timers in their favor, while Ruin had the territory control in their favor. That means, just like in the previous matchup, that Ruin pop shifted around their defenses from one base to another, but the timers were always slowly ticking down in DIGT's favor until the crucial misstep from Ruin on the tech plant.
I also wonder what happened there, because DIGT actually had like 67% overpop there at some point, and I don't know where the whole Ruin pop went. It wasn't there. But I guess we will find out.
Hebel from DIGT is asking for interview. The problem is I have no connection to Ruin. I don't know who to get up on the FRMD TeamSpeak.
Oh.
And just interview with one side is like literally one-sided, so I'm not really keen on that.
If there's any Ruin guys in chat that want to come to our TeamSpeak, please reach out to SeniorBrotherRo or me.
Well. I wasn't expecting that DIGT win, to be honest. Like, do you think it is the change in the leadership? So where's the reason that DIGT won? Is Heracles a bad PL and Honsikus a good PL? Is that the reason?
Everything that I'm saying now is only going to be bad for me, so I don't want to put it completely on the leadership. I think DIGT really played it very well overall, and I think it also comes down to not only the leadership, but also to individuals outclassing other individuals on the opposing team. So it might be a combination of a change in leadership and then also individual players being on point today.
Yep. Let me check. Let's see. So once again, requests were being made for interview. I will happily oblige, but I need both sides of the match. I don't want to have it too one-sided. So it's either both sides or no one. And unfortunately, I have no connections to the Ruin people. So if they're not responding to the in-game yell chat, then I guess there will be no interview. Gonna wait a bit. Didn't actually set up an interview. Like I wasn't expecting that we needed an interview, but maybe there is a need for it.
I mean, Hebel, what do you expect? But yeah, I'm not getting any answers either, so I guess we'll have to go without the interview.
Yeah, I DM'd one of the Ruin guys, I believe, that is speaking English. It's always a hit and miss.
I don't even know who their platoon leader is, so I think this definitely was the more interesting match though to watch this evening.
Oh yeah.
User was moved to your channel.
Oh, we got one.
User was moved. Oh! Hey, we actually got someone from Ruin.
So if you can drag
User
Hans
was
in
moved to
Apple.
your channel.
Yep.
Hello.
Give me a second.
Hello.
Okay, chat. Interview is actually happening. What do you know? So, this is push to talk, by the way, guys. So if you don't have a push to talk, you need to set up a push to talk.
I push to talk all the time.
Thank God I abused Anti to get push to talk. Skip.
Is Anti here to give that to Tyralium?
I don't think so.
Hello, yes.
Hello, there he is. Very nice. So, interview
Perfect.
time. Give me a second. First of all, GG to both teams that was a very intense match, and I believe since both teams requested for interview, at least DIGT requested for one, you have a lot to say. However, I will start with the loser of this match, which will be Ruins representative Tyrellium. Tyrellium.
Tyrellum.
Okay, I will work on that pronunciation. So, your first impressions after this clutch loss or clutch win for DIGT and your loss. So, what goes through your head right now?
That was hard. That's the main thought. That was really, really hard. The coordination and split in the forces between groups of DIGT was just amazing. Through all the game, I would say for about 30 to 35 minutes, we were even. It was like, as you can see, 5-4, 4-5, no matter who is leading. And in the last second, they splitted forces very coordinated, and we made some tactical mistakes.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think, like, did you had the impression in the last couple minutes that you would actually lose this match?
The 1 second, then we fought on Tech Plant. I don't know how it's
Yeah,
named.
the tech plant. We also call it that.
Yeah,
RSEC or
As we-
whatever.
yeah, as we call it Tech Plant. We found out then one of our forces, Bravo team, couldn't win the fight, and we wasn't fast enough to recoordinate and redeploy some reinforcements. There was a thought that we might lose, but we fought till the end because we splitted all the groups to different levels and tried our best, but logistics made it bad to us because we had only one Sunday left there and it was orbital striked. So
Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
that on stream. So that means DIGT actually caught you off guard with that tech plant cap.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
All right. Then let's go over to the actually winners of this match. Unexpected, as I might say, because the chat was definitely in favor of Ruin. Some even said it will be Stomp. We were also favoring Ruin in this matchup due to the previous matchup your two teams had. So I think Honsikus was the leader for you guys on DIGT side. So Hans, your first impressions after the win?
It was a crazy match. I don't think I've ever played such a close match in PlanetSide. Maybe one service match, but that's it. And yeah, so the last call was literally, we know that the tech plant could be flipped, like basically ghost cap slowly, and then we could pile up more forces. So we just made sure that we could capture the tech plant at the end game, basically. Because it's like very easy to take, especially if you have our setup inside. It's hard to get back inside. That's what we noticed in the game.
Mm-hmm. And for you, when was the moment you guys realized this could be our win?
I think it was like 10 minutes before the match. I was like, yeah, we are gonna win this. If we just don't do a mistake. Like, we had such a good momentum on two very important bases that we could just take down. And Rune just couldn't respond. Like, they put a decent, like, insane fight to us. Like, we were getting just wiped off of 1 point in the center base, in the reactor. We were just dropping another point, and it was just crazy.
So confident from the very start of the game. Very nice to hear. So
No, 10 minutes before the end of the match.
end of the match. Okay, yeah,
But
that makes more sense.
Yeah, but we knew the victory is possible. Like, we knew that it would be a close game, like from our last match, which was decided basically in the last also 10 minutes, if I would say so.
The win game also like 3 minutes before or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but we were like, it was like 5 minutes left, and we did a big mistake in the last match and now we were on the other side and we just pulled it.
All right, so I want to talk after these first impressions. I would like to talk about certain moments in the game that I still clearly remember as a caster. The first thing was the steal of the middle base in the opener. Just what the hell happened there that Ruin actually got the middle base Granite Valley reactor from you in the opener? Like maybe ruin Terralium. How did you do that? Like, you bamboozled us, the casters, you bamboozled the chat, because we were looking at the map. It was 20 seconds to go, fully secured by DIGT in the middle base. And then suddenly we see on our screen Ruin captured Granite Valley reactor. So what the hell happened there?
I'd say we split our forces to make a false impression about our presence on Tech Plant, because all our main forces were gathered there, and we just were playing the waiting game. That was part of our. I'd say we tried something new in our tactics.
So you planned, you actually planned for this last second steal, this high risk, high reward play on the middle base.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep,
that
because
nice.
it's. I'd say this time, this game, it was. I'd say the first time I've seen all people just trying to gather the middle base, trying to capture it, because I spent on that base for like 25 to 30 minutes. It's. I really hadn't seen something like that. It was a very, very close fight, very hard logistics play, because as soon as we get rid of Sandys from DIGT and redeploy it, there are already new Sandys, and we need to come back, and it was just crazy, crazy non-stop fight on the middle Gex.
And for DIGT, like, how did you lose the middle base on the opener? What was the mistake you did there?
So we were split among 3 points basically, and what happened was we just got dropped on 2 points, and they just had slight over pop on those 2 points compared to the pop we had on those 2 points. So that's why we lost them.
Okay, so it was just it was a simple pop distribution error. All right.
Yes.
Then another situation that we have seen on the map quite a few times was the Arch and Pass cap for DIGT that happened like 4 or 5 times during the match, but never saw any victory out of it. Like, you didn't gain anything from it except for anything except for the timer. So did you come up with a change in your setup for Argent Pass? Did you realize that you're making a mistake there on your setup somehow? Because until the end, you never captured it, even so you tried really hard in actually securing it.
Yeah, so the thing is, we went, I think, once only for it, like hard. Like most of the time, it was just push so we could secure the Bitter Gorge, so we could always attack the center base. And because we noticed in the last match against Rune that it can be ghost cap easily as well, the middle base. So that's why we put a lot of pressure on that one, and that's the reason why probably we never took the Argent Pass.
And for Ruin, did you can you identify right now, right off the bat, an error that where you would say, if we had done that differently, if we had done that better, we could have won that? Was there any type that you think we missed on that one big time?
Speaking from now perspective, I can't really analyze what was the keystones about our loss, but I think the main problem was, like we mentioned before, Argent Pass, as DIGT was trying to ghost cap it or one squad cap it. They just delayed us from moving further to a left ring, and that might be one of our mistakes, because we just didn't even try to remove the link from there, so they had no opportunity to take the Argent Pass, and we could concentrate more on Tech Plant and middle base. But yeah, that's not for me to analyze. I'm not a squad or platoon leader. I'm just a community manager.
Okay, fair enough. So, and then maybe the last scene that stays in my mind is the air fight constantly during the match. In the beginning, in the opener, we saw, at least from a caster's perspective, that DIGT was clearly winning it. During the match, when Ruin had the territory control, they were holding on with smaller forces in the air against a bigger DIGT airball. And then we had that third phase at the end of the match, where we clearly saw DIGT air dominance across the whole map, even in the half of Ruin. So I think, Hebel, you're the air lead for DIGT.
Correct.
How, what is your impression on these air fights on Nexus? Like, especially now against Ruin in these three phases. Did you shift around something in the setup? Did you use other loadouts? What was going on in the air?
To be honest, we compared to the other games, we actually implemented the rep gals, which I think did hurt us a lot playing like LPS or Ruin in the first rounds. Because especially with the rep gals, like the rep gals slowly turn into a huge wave that, or like a huge point from which you can like play around, and then suddenly, oh look, it's in front of your warp gate. What can you do? That's pretty much what happened in the LPS Ruin games. So you're like, okay, we can try to utilize this now, see how it works. Turns out it worked actually pretty well. And also, like, compared to other games, our air squad played way better, I would say.
So Strat Dogs 101, 2 galaxies, write that down. You need them.
Glenn, I hope you're listening.
But yeah, so did you identify the change in the last like third of the match where you got the complete air control over basically the whole map? Like, what was different there?
Feel like, at least from my impression, one of the pilots, I don't know who made that call because the comms were a fucking mess and a half, let's put it that way. Classic air comms. But somebody made a call, oh look, they have suddenly only 3 pilots, and we had what, I think 9 by that time. So we were like, okay,
Yeah.
let's push it. And then suddenly we just stabilized with the reptiles in front of their warp gate, just having.
So
keeping it locked.
Tiralium, for Ruin, was it a conscious decision to reduce your airball, your air squad in size? Or what happened there in the last like 10, 15 minutes on your side?
Well, to be fair, I was kind of concentrated on infantry gameplay, so I didn't notice when we lost their superiority.
But you should have felt the ground pound from time to time
Yeah.
from DIGT in that scenario. But okay, yeah, fair enough. At least it's clearly showing, like these phases, they are clearly showing on the stream itself. And I think that was also one of the points why DIGT actually could utilize on the tech plant so well, because they had the air control there. Maybe some food for thought later on.
In the beginning of that last phase, we were thinking, okay, DIGT is having air dominance. What are they going to do with it? And then nothing happened for the like first 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah,
And
like
we
it
were
was
kind of confused what is happening with their superiority. Are they just gonna put it to waste, or are they actually gonna utilize it?
Yeah, it was a weird like little lull in the sky where you saw lots of scythes flying around aimlessly somehow, or more or less, more focusing on the TR warp gate. And yeah, meanwhile, like we had the impression that Ruin made the decision to reduce their airball, their air size, in favor of gaining the pop advantage on the ground, since they hopped from defense to defense. But in the end, we will probably never discover what was actually the reason there. Maybe it was a small nanite drainage or whatever. Okay, Luna, do you have any questions for our two teams?
I was not prepared for this. No, I do not have any final questions from my side. Also, GG to both teams. I kind of thought this could go either way. The only thing I was wondering, Argent Pass, like up in the north, why were you smashing your head against that wall so often and so often not putting it through when you just like needed a little bit of reinforcements in the last 1 minute?
So the reason was we wanted to the pressure on the middle bases, because the middle bases just flip so easily if you dump pop on it. And we were just too busy at multiple lanes. Like we wanted to keep the pressure like on the bases, like so we had like the tempo play on like all the lanes possible. And with that, we had to spare one squad to be somewhere else than Argent Pass.
Okay.
So then, last questions for our winners, since you're actually progressing in the tournament and going into the half finals.
Are we, or is that actually still a big unknown?
I mean, okay, disclaimer, on the test server, it worked well with only counting the victors of the playoffs and then putting them against each other. And from that disclaimer, your next opponent will be one RPC. Now let's assume that is the case. What you gonna do? Like, RPC is the contender for the title of Outfit Wars champion on Miller. Any special tricks up your sleeves against that?
Not
It's still
really.
too
You don't-
early for that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Then I think, first of all, thank you very much for you three, Terrarium, for Ruin, and Honsikus and Hebel for DIGT for the interview. It was nice to actually have the opportunity to talk about the match after that. It was very interesting. You should definitely rewatch the casting, not just because I was casting it, but it was really an intense match, and it's fun to watch, in my opinion. I hope I did a justice to the intensity of the match itself. And yeah, then tomorrow we will have the matchups. Our little matchup against Freelancers Union, which will be also very interesting. I believe, Hebel, you are gonna co-cast with, and Integrity is casting,
I'm gonna
right?
be main cast.
Oh, you
I
are the
think.
main cast. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Main cast Hebel tomorrow, watching Formido versus Freelancers Union, and then we have the second match for tomorrow, VCBC versus LPS. I want VCBC to do the wonder, like that miracle of Outfit Wars that we need to actually conclude the storytelling of Miller Outfit Wars. Then we have everything: paid mercenaries, drama en masse from one week to another. So that would be the shock moment for the turnaround. But we will see tomorrow. And yeah. Until then, thank you guys for playing, for entertaining us like that. Thanks, chat, for following us even up to the last minutes of the interview. And I would say, have a good night, guys, and see you next time.
Thank you for inviting us, and thanks,
Bye-bye.
big thanks
Yeah,
to
thank you for the awesome game.
DIGT. Thanks for the awesome
Great
game.
game,
Yeah,
Terrarium.
yeah, same to you guys.
Probably
Thank
the
you very much.
closest